What's going on, YouTubes? Back on the 2015 Mark 7 Golf EA888. Today, as part of putting this thing back together, I got to put the fuel injectors back in. So I took this whole rail off when I sent this thing in to get it machined. So back when I was working on my my Mark 6 GTI, I kind of learned what a pain in the ass these Volkswagen injectors are. Fortunately, in the Gen 3 motors, these screws here help hold this rail in to the cylinder head when you take off the intake manifold. In the Mark 6s and the 2009 that had the early Gen, the Gen 2 EA888, this would come off with the manifold. So if any of you guys have dealt with that, you know what a pain that is, and how sometimes, a lot of time when you were pulling that manifold, the injectors a lot of the time would come out. Some of them would stay in, some of them would come out. And the reason that that's annoying is because this particular seal right here is a one-time use seal. So if it ever comes out of this thing, you're supposed to put another one on. Now I'm gonna pop this out of the rail just to show you the different parts that are on this thing. And I'm gonna do it without, try to do it without jamming my hand into the cylinder head here. But all that's holding this end on here is like a little rubber kind of O-ring, and unfortunately you're seeing, like, this piece broke off, so you're not seeing it on this one, but this little plastic kind of standoff helps get the right spacing in the cylinder head. But see if I can just kind of twist and pull this thing out. Oh, all right. And so I bought some aftermarket kits for these things. These kits were about $10 each for all the seals and the little bits and pieces that you need to put these back together correctly. And so what they include as part of the kit, let's see here if I can show you. So it includes this little, I'm not sure if that's a Delrin, if that's the right term for it. So it includes the little O-ring on the back, the little metal, I don't know if that's like a standoff. It includes the little plastic stand that goes into the cylinder head. Just all the little bits and bobs that you need. But the reason that these suck so bad to do is because this little gasket here, and I'm gonna try and clean this up with my thumbs a little bit so you can see it. So this gasket right here, this isn't stretchy. And if you notice the diameter, the current diameter is enough just to barely, well, it's too small to fit over the tip of this without stretching it. And so essentially I'm gonna have to cut this off right here. Basically, you're supposed to have special tools to be able to reassemble this. And so back when I was working on my EA888 Gen 2, I bought, what is this? I bought one of the Chinese kits off Amazon, and essentially, you know, you have this little part here that helps you gradually slide that little seal up over the tip of the injector, and then you're supposed to use these to basically try and compress the gasket or the seal back down so that it looks like this again. And it's really hard to do, to get it, you know, sized all the way back down to that. And then you have to put this back in, and once you put it back in, it can never come back out again. And it was really easy on the old ones. When you're if you did something and you didn't get the manifold quite lined up right and you had to pull it back off, well, now you just might have, half your injectors might have pulled out, half of them might have stayed in. Anyway, super nice on the Gen 3 that this is normally screwed in, but I still get to go through the ass pain of changing out all these. So that's what I'm hopefully going to show you how to do. All right, so I'm going to start by just trying to cut this thing off hopefully without cutting or scoring the injector itself. So that's one fun part. Gonna try and see if I can just, there we go. That worked perfect. Just like that. Yeah, so this is, it's kind of like a rigid little gasket. Not flexible at all, which is why you have to use these tools to compress and all that. This one on the back is the easy one. Oh, there we go. Just like that. And this. Just like that. This spacer slides on. Then the little standoff goes on and clicks in. And back to this. And I think I can, nope. I'll start with the smallest one. Press down as far as it'll go. It won't quite make it all the way. Then I go to the next one, and this one, press down, and I could feel it slide over that wider part. So now it's the same diameter as the injector. So now I take the same one, same diameter. Feel where it clicks in. And then I go from largest to get that thing to compress. That one doesn't take much at all. Next size up. All the way down to the standoff, rotate it a couple times, and pop that off, and then go to the smallest one. And there's almost no compression to do now on that one, and that's done. And then for this O-ring right here, just a little tiny bit of engine oil just to lube it up, and no lube on this one in the front. That one goes in dry. So I'm gonna get the rest of them done. All right, so I'm gonna try just inserting the injector, just a single one at a time in first. On the back, so I'm gonna take the back of this. Just like so. And slide that guy in. So that's in there. I think that's going to be my method for all of them. Those are all in. Gonna come back with just a touch more oil. The top of each of these. And then just kind of smooth that around. And then we'll come back with this rail. And slide this back on there, hopefully. Yeah, just like that. And then get my two bolts here. Two T30s. Walk in this side as well. And I'll have to look up what the torque values are, but right now I'm just getting it so that this metal is flush here. And it looks like to me, other than connecting these little electrical connectors, that's job done for the injectors. So that's how you would do that. Other than you guys probably wouldn't have to take out the entire top half of the engine to do it. So hope this helps. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.